All right, here we are, guys. Do I still have those machete Houdinis on? Good. So that's again the strategy that I'm going to use. We are going to go for the long bomb drive here. And how I choose to do it, not too sure. I'd like to have a little bit larger wind. So I'd really like Berserker to be, at least mid-10s, ideally. And you can see just a little bit shy of 10, unfortunately. But my goal here is going to be to, create a nice angle here to where hopefully I don't have to land. As you can see, I might have to land very close to the bunker up there. So I'm thinking somewhere over here with it hopefully landing right up in here. So we're just going with the blasted approach. In the Great Ball, you're not going to have much room for air there. But ideally what you get, especially with a little bit more tailwind, if I can have, a 10.5, it clips this rough and just rolls right up into the fairway. However, you'll see I brought the Houdini, I brought the machete, just in case. I knew things could go poorly there, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So, I'll just kind of stick with this. If you guys want to, very similar to what I was doing on hole 4, you'll just have to kind of try to set up a thorn, set up a backspin approach, and just try to, work on getting that adjustment dialed. But here you can see my opponent does pull it off. It clips the rough. If you do miss that rough, it's going to roll through. So it really does need to get that second hop right on that rough. But here you can see kind of what we're at. And if you have a Houdini 8, that might even help you even more. So I'm still going to have an opportunity here to be able to get this. I'm thinking, if it lands somewhere up here, other than this, I'm going to, put one side spin just to get kind of a nice angle around the pin here. And it'd be nice to land somewhere up in here. So I'm just going to try to, I'm going to play at about 3 per ring. So, maybe just a tiny bit. You can see with where I'm aimed. And, if I can get a perfect ball, still give myself a good chance here. And it looks like that would have been just a little bit deep, but you can see how it's backing up. There's a chance that I can make that. It looks like 3 per ring might be a little bit, it might actually be pretty perfect. I actually added about a ring of power there. So I probably didn't need it if I would have just gone straight up and just said, okay, I can use 3.1 per ring in that situation. Maybe it's perfect. And, it's just something that you can just, start to get a feel for in case you need to pull that out for the weekend. That, 3 is going to be relatively dialed. But here you can see with what my opponent's going to do here. Don't recommend this at all. You want to go full backspin here. So you want to start getting the backspin shot dialed in. If you're going to go off this fairway, at least do it with a Hornet. But I still don't recommend it. It's a very hard shot to make. A lot of times you actually wind up almost in wedge range. So you kind of wind up in between clubs. It's very hard to do that shot. So I recommend the full backspin approach. So good luck there. Either or, whether or not you want to try that bump shot that I showed you guys in the other guide. Just try to, figure out what it is you want to do. Getting in that second fairway consistently is going to be the hardest thing about that hole. Wind variations make that very tough. It's a very tough fairway to hit. So don't expect to always have the best case scenario. And that's why you want to bring that Houdini, that machete, and just start to get dialed in on those as well. Because the more times you practice it, the more times you may be able to get that to drop in the weekend come if you need it. So good luck, and I'll catch you guys on the next.